Yeah, woo, party, party. Welcome to Side Jag. Today we're going to talk about all kinds of fun stuff. One of the key points will be, did you finish watching Last Airbender?
I watched half of it.
So okay, good enough.
4 episodes.
4 episodes in. We're going to talk a little bit about that and then some of the other movies that we've watched, food, fun, and excitements. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the nonsense.
There you go. Grab a snack.
Oh, snacks would be good. Snack. Anything with how do you fall on queso? We never had a queso discussion.
I love queso.
Okay.
Let me caveat that with Texas queso, whatever they have, that's not queso.
Now, when you say Texas, what is Texas queso?
So, have you had Rotel dip? Which is Velveeta with Rotel.
Oh, like the salsa crap?
Yeah, in it, right?
Yeah. No.
So okay. I like Rotel dip, but this is a worse version of Rotel dip. Whereas when I think queso, I think a thin white, milky kind of cheesy.
Yeah. Cheesy dip. Stuff. Yeah.
They don't have that in Texas. They have a Rotel dip-esque.
So they have orange cheddar stuff with salsa kind of inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what is it? You have queso dip, which I feel queso is just kind of like the envelope that
right
this stuff falls into. So, like in my refrigerator now, we have the yellow stuff from like Tostito or whoever the hell it is,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which scoops work really good in, and pretzels taste wonderful in it, and it has a little bit of salsa in it. Like there's an oddball red chunk here, maybe a green one here or there, but it's like 90-5 cheese in it. It always tastes the same no matter when you dip into it. And then you have the white cheese sauce, which is usually made by some company that you can't pronounce. Comes in a butter tub, and you have 2 choices: jalapeno or none.
Right.
So you get the jalapeno,
and that's the OG queso.
Yeah. So okay, so I feel both of them have a place.
Right.
Like, definitely the orange stuff is like dip supreme, and I feel like it'll go on anything.
Yeah.
Like, and our good friend Brian has demonstrated, like, he's like apparently puts it on everything all the time, like steak.
No, that's crossing the line.
From pizza rolls to steak.
Yeah. I see the yellow, the cheese, the orange, whatever it is it does have its place and it's good. It's like really good for snacking. But if you go to a restaurant and they bring you something like that, they call it queso, it's like, no, dude, I'm walking out of here. We're not doing that.
So I think the only one that is like that is like, you ever been to Cheddar's?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten queso at Cheddar's.
So it's a bowl. It's the bowl of cheese, and then they put the salsa on top, and you have to mix it up. Because I know when we go out to eat to the Mexican restaurants that are authentic, as they like to say, they give you the bowl of salsa and they give you the bowl of the white stuff, and usually what happens is Haley will strategically get the right amount of cheese to accept the right amount of salsa to make some weird paste concoction that she then shoves in her pie hole.
Right.
Whereas me, I'm just chip cheese. I'm not.
Yeah.
Every now and then I'll go salsa, no cheese, but I want.
I keep them separated.
Yeah, church and state.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because I love salsa. Like, I will just literally put mounds of salsa on a chip to eat the salsa. But
okay, so which is ironic. So how do you fall on the tomato as just like a tomato on something?
On anything, like a hamburger?
Are you a tomato guy? Like, oh, I'm gonna cut up a tomato and put it on my hamburger, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll eat tomato on anything. So if they're like heirloom tomatoes that someone's grown in their garden, I would literally take a bologna sandwich and have a tomato this thick on it with some mayo.
So you would tile it with those,
right? And the heirloom ones, not the typical ones you buy at the grocery store, but the heirloom ones that someone's grown that are like super.
Are those the small ones or the normal size? Like
they're the normal size ones,
like apple size.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're not like the hamburger tomatoes as they call them, which are really
or
big,
the slicing tomatoes or the whatever.
the
heirloom, like someone that's
tiny,
and they're like they're sweeter, but they're also, I don't know, they're really good.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. I like to mix the salsa with the queso dip. I'm not a big fan of tomatoes either. And that's just it. Like Jimmy John's will put tomatoes on their sandwich as a default, and they use the little small tomatoes. I'm not a tomato person, so I don't. And what I usually do is they somehow it like will fit 3 or 4 slices of tomato, and I'll eat one tomato, and then throw the 3 away. Like that's about my tolerance for the tomato.
Well, a lot of times it's not good tomatoes they're giving you either. They're like the tomatoes that they just don't. They don't have that. They're kind of even bitter, even.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm not a like. I don't know. I just like even on like I just not a tomato guy.
Like in a salad, even.
Yeah, I don't want a tomato in my salad. I don't want a tomato. I don't want a tomato. I feel a tomato's only purpose in life is to make salsa.
Yeah,
like that's it. Other than that, it's just like
I
need pizza sauce. But even that, I could like if there was no more pizza sauce, I'd be fine. Spaghetti sauce would break my heart. I really like spaghetti sauce. So,
right.
But pizza sauce, I could give and take. I'm not a pizza like. You could give me a pizza with no sauce, which is basically just bread with condiments on top, and I'd be fine with it.
Right.
I really like cooked tomatoes, but I can't stand raw tomatoes. Yeah, and there again, I get that. That kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I'm so like as far as tomatoes in the raw, I won't take them off. They're on there. I won't change my order to make them not be on there.
No, I'll get them on there. I'll just peel them off.
But yeah, it's like if they are good tomatoes, like I'll take a bite and it's good. Like then I'm really digging it. But if it's not, it's just one of the regular slicing tomatoes. It's kind of
like what is it? Chick-fil-A will put a tomato on their deluxe.
Right. Yeah.
And I'll take a bite of that and I'll be like, doesn't bring anything to it. It just sticks to the wall. Cause
it's like, dude, I've got the deluxe at Chick-fil-A and I'm like, what are we doing here, guys? Like, why? Who has to have this? The regular one's fine.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. On the grilled. Now I'm talking about that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking. Deluxe grilled.
Okay. Yeah. That is a different story. I'm talking deluxe original.
No, that's pointless.
Yeah, that's not great.
No, because I feel like the deluxe grill is screwing with your head, and it's like, oh, it's a grilled piece of chicken, which is what we're always told we should have. Oh, and then there's a piece of lettuce on it. Ooh, it's like a piece of it's like I'm eating a salad almost. Yeah. And a tomato. And you put tomatoes on salad, so I'm getting 2 vegetables, 1 good, and then a bun. So
this is kind of I'm kind of with Justin on this.
What?
He's not going to cut them up himself, but if they're on there, he'll go ahead and eat them.
Yeah, I'm not cutting tomatoes ever.
Yeah, no, me neither.
And if I put them in a salad, like if they're like, I need a tomato in my salad, I'm literally I cut them up like they're peppers. I gut the whole inside of it with all the seeds and gooey shit and throw that away.
And get the skin, yeah.
And I just do the skin. Mainly because like my mom has the diverticulitis, which means she can't eat the seeds. So, but she still loves tomatoes. So I'll just de-seed the tomato and throw all that crap away and wash it out. And then I'll just cut up the skin. And so it's almost like a pepper.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's not bad. It's just kind of mushy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but, I feel tomato is just that one thing that it's like, we're not going to go there. We're not going there. I don't care what it is. It's a big red ball of shit. But I just the tomato is an odd one. Cucumbers have seeds too. So do peppers and all those other things. So Yeah, it's tomato always gets the weird, and that's like zucchini and what is it? Zucchini and squash.
Yeah,
Like,
like zucchini's only good fried. That's the only way I like it.
yeah, dipped in bread, and then you just don't
Yeah.
know what it is, and you're eating it, and you're halfway through, and you're going, "Oh, I thought it was a pickle."
Although I have had where someone like made it into spaghetti noodles. It was okay like
It's
that.
okay.
Yeah,
It's okay. The smell is horrendous.
it is. It is.
And I can't get past the smell. I mean, if they can't blaspheme,
Yeah.
if they could get rid of the smell on that, I'd eat them all the time. But I know I would eat them, and I'd be like, I just can't get past
That's like
this.
I can't eat cauliflower because of the smell.
Yeah,
Hate cauliflower.
I'm not a cauliflower guy.
Yeah,
I
I don't.
don't. It deserves no.
I don't. So the vegetables I don't like is green beans, particularly cooked green beans.
I mean, how else you eat them?
If they're like if they're like the raw ones that they put in salads are okay, but like around here they like to cut green beans in a can, the mushy, rubbery. No, hell no, man, those are nasty.
They're called French cut green beans.
Yeah, they don't do the French cut either. They do the regular cut green beans. They don't like the French ones.
Oh, see, I like the French cut.
The round little circles.
Oh, those are gross.
The mush, they're mushy and
oh, yeah, that's just like you bite it, and it's just like,
they
oh.
love it here. It's rubbery and mushy at the same time.
Yeah, those are just disgusting.
And cauliflower, not doing cauliflower. And outside of that, I think I'm pretty good with any other vegetable.
So yeah, like squash and zucchini roasted with olive oil. Okay, so that's like everyone's vegetable melody now. And they might throw in like a piece of broccoli or some shit like that, and it's just like, no, give me like, or carrots or some shit. It's like, there's not enough hot sauce to make that shit taste good.
Dude, if you put olive oil, salt, and pepper on anything and bake it in the oven, it's usually pretty decent.
Yeah, because it tastes like olive oil and salt and pepper.
Right, yeah.
You've killed the taste of whatever. You've killed the taste, so green beans taste like cardboard. Yeah, like those farmer green beans. Like I used to, obviously, you go to fresh green beans and you pick them and you cut the tips off and you're preparing them. You're gonna boil them or whatever. But there's always that asshole that's sitting there eating them as you're doing it, and you're just looking at them going,
"What?" That's like when I eat broccoli. Oh, I prefer the tree part of the broccoli, not the stalk.
Oh, you like the
head of the broccoli. That's what I prefer.
The head or the stalk?
No, the head.
Yeah, the head is the only thing that matters. The rest of shit.
Yeah. The other part, like I like if I could get broccoli.
When I'm cutting broccoli, man, it's like fuck. Yeah. You have this big tree trunk. You're like, what do you do with this? It's just to hold the rest of the part you want.
It's like a piece of celery that got hooked up to broccoli.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah. And I agree with you. Carrots can. Yeah. Carrots are Bugs Bunny. All the carrots.
Carrots are only good in stew.
Carrots are never good. No. Yeah, they're only good in stew because they acquire the taste of the stew, so you don't really realize. But then they're mushy balls of shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh. Yeah. Stock is just fiber filler. You pay for it later. I will take your word on that, Baba, and I'm good. Don't even. I love broccoli. Broccoli is the one thing I can have either way. I can have it not cooked. I can have it cooked. I don't really care. I can have it fried.
Yeah.
Like you can prepare broccoli pretty much any way. And if there is sriracha sauce around, it's on. Because I love broccoli with sriracha sauce. Like I will get my Chinese food or my Indian, whatever food, Thai food is usually, and I'll be like, "Can I have sriracha sauce?" And it'll just go on the broccoli, nothing else. And I will just eat all the broccoli in one sitting, just covered it.
Dude,
oh my God, it's so fantastic.
So Chinese food specifically, they do like a vegetable with it's kind of instead of beef and broccoli, but it has all the vegetables. They do that with tofu, which typically I just don't ever eat. But man, it's the vegetarian thing. It is freaking delicious, man. It all tastes the same to me. I don't know.
Tofu's gross, but
you can't tell what it is. It's like vegetable.
It's just like filler.
Yeah,
it's like the definition of filler food. It has It has nothing. There's nothing. There's no joy to be gleaned from tofu.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there, and you're just like, why does anybody eat this shit? This is so gross.
Well, because they
I
just
like,
mix it in, and it all tastes the same.
yeah, I like Chinese cabbage. Like,
Yeah, I like cabbage.
cabbage is fan. I will eat a whole, like when we go to the buffet, which I hate the buffet. Usually something will have cabbage in it. I don't care what it is. I will pick all the cabbage out. Like, I'm doing all y'all a favor. I'm eating the cabbage. None of you guys want this shit. So
Dude, the only time I don't like
cabbage
cabbage is in sauerkraut, because that is disgusting.
No, that's shit.
Sauerkraut is disgusting.
Yeah, that you can have all.
Where do you land on Brussels sprouts then?
There's no world in which a Brussels sprout deserves to live. Okay, like I've had Brussels sprouts prepared by some master Brussels sprouts people.
Yeah,
and in the end, it's still just a ball of shit. Right. I don't care what bacon, honey, glaze.
Stuart's done subbing after tonight. He's been a faithful viewer for many years.
No, I'm with you. Listen, it's okay. It's okay, man. We don't all have to agree, but we can all still be friends. I don't eat red meat, and that always blows people's minds. It's like oh God. So all right, let's talk about restaurants. So when we went out for Korean barbecue. Okay. I don't think I've ever done Korean barbecue before. I've done, what is it? Saskatchewan or not? No, that's Canada.
Szechuan,
something like that. Whatever. Anyways, I did some really neat stuff in Stillwater one time. I was like, they had like a pot in the center, and I was like, you're cooking your meat and all this. I was like, this is like fucking the other place. I don't know. This is so much better. Forever. Yeah, me too. But in their Korean barbecue is very similar. They bring the meat over. It's literally the same thing, just it's more food. Like there's like it's a lot of food. And a Korean, it was Korean hot pot. This was barbecue. Thank you, Baba. Oh my God, dude! Like it was like they're like. It was so funny because they're like, everyone was like, I don't know if Dean's gonna like this place. I'm like, why does it matter if I like this place? Like, there will be something here that I will enjoy, and there was, and I don't remember what it was, but I ate the shit out of it. Oh, they do this egg, this egg.
The
egg in a bowl.
The legend egg, or the egg that's like the rotten egg, or is that?
No. This was just like it was just a puffed. It was like a souffle. It was like a souffle of an egg, and I don't know what it was, but it was like I was like, can I get another one of these? Whatever this was, just bring me one of those. Oh, ate the hell out of it. Oh, it was so good. Yeah. And then we did like pork and stuff like that. It was my God, we all left there just like ready to die.
That's the way to do it. See, Stuart, you saved yourself $150 and a terrible, and still hungry and. Yeah, you made the right call. I
mean, you could go there if there was another restaurant on the way home. For 20 years.
Yeah.
The Brussels sprouts not taste like shit.
That's my third. Brussels sprouts is my third vegetable that I don't. They're on the DN or DFNW or DNFW list. Do not.
They're just terrible. I mean, so again, so Brussels sprouts, like all things, like there's. When I was a kid, it was Thanksgiving, and my grandfather, my mom's dad, wanted Brussels sprouts. Apparently, like we have to make him Brussels. My mom's like, we got to make him Brussels sprouts. It's this thing. I was like, we've never done Brussels sprouts ever for Thanksgiving. What the hell? And my mom was a sadist in the fact that you have to try shit. And, yes. and there again, that's why we're the tougher crowd, because nowadays we go, no, Johnny, you don't have to try it. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. My mom would literally drop 3 on your plate, and there better be 3 of them gone.
You're not leaving the table until these are gone.
No, and you would sit there. Like, we spent a lot of time at the table, not just contemplating life of like, wow, this sucks. And so we were forced to eat Brussels sprouts, and they were just little balls of shit. So fast forward, now that I'm older, And I'm like, there was a lot of things I didn't like when I was a kid. And there's a lot of those things that I like now as an adult and things I liked as a kid. And I'm not eating that shit. No. So I was like, you know what? Brussels sprouts might be one of those.
I mean, you always got to try it.
Turns out I was wrong. They weren't. They still sucked.
Wow, yeah, young Dean was right. Young Dean was
40 years. They didn't get any better.
Oh.
Quickly in the napkin they go before mom sees. No, she checked the napkins, bro.
Yeah.
I love asparagus. Yes, and it does make your teeth funny. The worst, dude. That's one of those things like asparagus. I'd never eat asparagus, and then as an adult, I love asparagus. I love going to a steakhouse that does like half-inch thick, just like tree trunks of it. I will pick that shit up and eat like a carrot.
That's the original vegetable that I remember, like putting olive oil and salt and pepper on it.
Yeah.
Just put it in the broiler and
it's so good. But then later that night, when you're doing that 3 o'clock in the morning, I got a pee thing.
Yeah.
And you like get that and you're like, oh shit, what? Oh, I'm gonna die. And then like, oh no, I had asparagus. Woo, asparagus on the grill.
When they have the dehydration chart. That's definitely
asparagus. Dude, the only sucky ass asparagus is asparagus from a can.
Ooh, I've seen it in a jar. Like I'm not messing with that. No.
You're older than me, so I'm talking about vegetables. No, it's okay. Like I listen, it's food, right? And and there again, look, it's what it is. If that makes us old, that makes us old. But I mean, these kids nowadays, what the hell? They're so like, oh, I don't want to eat that. I just want my frappuccino. Blah 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 blah.
40-year-old wife that's the same way.
Yeah.
I was like, your mom never spanked you. That's what it was.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Spank the shit out of me. Laugh at her and spank her back. No one cares about your pee. Or knew you're idiot.
I got an email from AARP this weekend or last weekend. Yeah.
But anyways, dude, this egg souffle at the Korean barbecue place was fantastic. The pork was fantastic. I will say this. So Sage was the chef. Okay. Yeah. Sage is like, oh, I'm gonna cook this, and I'm like, I hope so, because I'm not fucking doing it. And he got in there and he did all this stuff, and that made it worthwhile. Because if I would have had to do that, we would have left hungry. Because I just looked, I'm like, this is too much work.
Yeah,
this is too much work. I can't work for my food like this.
Exactly.
I have money, I can pay.
It's like the melting pot. You have to use your own damn timer.
Yeah, fuck that. Oh God, what a waste.
Not doing that again.
I tried to tell you.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I know. But the funny part is I go, man, the girls really love that. And I was like, so that's why I take one for the team. That's what I call it. It's taking one for the team. And I was like, we were out there that weekend, and I was like, I wonder if I should take one for the team. And then you post as soon as you post that, and the girl read that, and they started laughing. I go, fuck that! I ain't taking one for the team. Oh man, no way. We're getting other shit. Screw this crap.
If I had to go again, I'm not messing around with the dinners. I'm just gonna get the cheese. The cheese was good with a little board.
Get the appetizer and the dessert.
That's it. That's and you can get enough food that way. Just order like the extra bread or whatever.
Oh no, better yet. The best way to do is you make a 9 or like an 8 o'clock reservation, and then like a 9:30 reservation. You show up for the 8 o'clock reservation. We're just gonna do appetizers and some drinks. Okay, so you get the cheese, you eat it, have a drink, and you leave. You go to the other restaurant in the plaza, you eat there, then you show back up at 9:30, and you're like, we're just here for dessert.
Exactly.
And they're like, the fuck? Like, your food sucks.
The only thing that was good there was, I think we didn't get the oil, we got the broth, but the shrimp was the only thing that was good.
Yeah, the problem is like the shrimp makes everything else taste like shrimp. And Bubba, 100%. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's why I go. And dude, I'm surprised they don't make you go in the back and clean your dishes.
dude. And then like the most egregious part of the whole thing
Is the bill?
is right, but on top of the bill, so the bill's 180, 20% of 180.
For
That's
doing
literally for the worst service of your life.
Yeah.
They literally do nothing. They start
Yeah.
to
Yeah, they bring a hot pot and pan back and forth.
and it's like, dude.
And every now and then they'll, does anybody need any extra sauce?
Like, and I leave you a $50 tip. The amount of the tip, I could have went to a pretty good restaurant, had a really good meal.
Bro, I could have gone to Applebee's, man. got
even had some
two
beer
for 25.
Yeah.
But you pay for ambiance. There's no fucking ambiance in that place. The high back chairs, you're in a like. It's
Dude,
like
I'm
you're in
so
a
glad
trailer.
though. When we left, like everybody had the same opinion of what happened.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, listen, because it was my fault just as much as Bailey's. Because we were like, hey, maybe we didn't give it a fair shake the first time, and much like Brussels sprouts, we roll back around to it. It's like, you know what? 10 years ago, us totally right.
Yeah, still sucks. See, but I'm not that cool. All right, so what'll happen is I'll have to go back because it's okay. It's like going out to eat at a Chinese buffet. I'm not a Chinese buffet guy. I don't like them. It doesn't matter whether you go to Chinese buffet here in Florida or up there in Arkansas. It is all the same shit, and it tastes the same, and it is trash.
Might have been sitting in the tray for 7 hours.
It's trash.
Yeah.
But I live with these two people that love this shit. And it's like, God damn it. I got to psych myself out for like 6 months, man. Like, it's so bad. Ever eat at a nicer restaurant where they come out and made a Caesar salad? Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then they made it in front of me, and I go, oh, that looks great. Caesar salads are disgusting, so you can take it away now. Anybody else want this pile of shit in front of me?
Cassie she totally agree with you. She's a salad eater, but she does not.
Oh, Caesar salad is fucking. He had no taste buds. I mean, okay, can we all agree that like the best salad out to eat is Olive Garden?
Yeah. I mean,
like, do you want the salad? Fuck yeah, I want the salad. That's why I'm here. I want the salad. I want the breadsticks. The rest of this crap,
dude, I want the soup. The soup's the main to me.
Ooh, yeah.
Like soup, salad, and breadsticks. I like the chicken gnocchi, but I prefer the zuppa. But I mean,
I haven't had that.
It's like potato soup with sausage.
Yeah. For me, I'm like, all right, listen, I just want soup and salad. I don't care what the fuck you're gonna charge me.
Yeah,
just bring me like 4 bowls of soup and some bread, a bag of bread. I mean, like, what is it? I'm just here for the soup, bro.
Dude, me too.
With soup and salad restaurants.
That's why Panera is stupid expensive for what you get. But I love places that have sandwiches, soups. Like, that's my joint.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, they don't exist.
Yeah.
I'm starting to boycott the tip and only tip at dining restaurants. It seems everyone,
tips are getting out of hand.
Tips are getting out of hand, bro. I mean, and I just look at them like,
when it's like it's like what I feel bad because I'm not leaving a tip. Like you literally didn't do anything.
Yeah, like we went to the hockey game, and I made the mistake of going to the 20 feet away was a self checkout.
Yeah.
I went to the guy and I wanted a drink. I go, oh, he's got a Starry. I like Starry. I'm the one guy.
Yeah.
I said, let me get a Starry. And he flips it around and I'm like, I got to give him a tip. Fuck. That's what he's here for. I got to give him a tip. Beers are $8 so that you give him a 10. So I was like, crap. So I gave him a tip and I'm like, the tip costs more than the same soda if I was to walk into 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Like Starbucks, it's your job to make the coffee. In there again, like I will tip there. If you're performing a service, and this, I mean, I don't know.
This one is shocking. So Bailey worked at Sonic during high school.
Yeah,
and she's a young girl, right? So obviously there's creeps. So you're gonna get tips from the creeps, big tip. But dude, there was some nights where she would make like $80 in tips as a Sonic car hop.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
absurd. I always tip them $1 or $2, but she was getting like $10 tips, $5 tips.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you're moving and you're actually doing something, like that's cool. But just like you went to the back to get me a cookie.
Exactly. Oh, like a crumble cookie?
Yeah. Like I don't really
This
need
is literally assembly line situation. I'm not paying you a tip.
Yeah, and there again, I blame COVID because that's when all of this really kicked into full gear.
Yeah.
And it just had like anything else. I'm not taking it away.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why I quit doing like dine-in service, like Uber Eats and stuff. If I do that, it's super rare because at that point I'm thinking like, what do we have here to eat? I'll heat something up here. I'm not gonna pay $70.
And there's the other thing, like you go through the drive-through.
Yeah.
And it's like I gotta tip you in the drive-through? Like for what?
Right. Exactly.
Why do I need to tip you in the drive-through? You didn't do shit. Like, yeah, okay, you got me the food, but that's like your fucking job. Like, you know, I don't.
And you get paid the full wage, unlike waitresses.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like I'm not a big fan of like DoorDash and Uber Eats, and we never do that. I will fuck that. But when we're out of town, like when we're in Orlando,
sometimes you do it. You like, especially
makes sense.
And if you're out of town, it's like, I don't know the place. It's 10 o'clock at night. Let's just get some food here, whatever it costs.
Right. You're desperate
here. Yeah.
You know, like, so, you know, there you're done with the whatever run you did. And it's like, do you want to go wait in 2 hours at a restaurant? Hell no. You want to go get a shower. You know, you just want to sit down. You don't want to, you know, we've done that before where it's like, oh, the race is over. Let's go sit in a restaurant. And there's, you know, it's Sunday morning or Saturday morning. And the place is packed and you're just waiting for food. And it's like, you see all this food going out and you're going, somebody's smarter than us. We have to figure out what they're doing, you know, because, you know, you're leaving the place, you're ordering the food, you get home, you clean off or whatever. And by the time it's sitting at the door and you're like, oh, this is cool. You know, is it the best? No, because it's not fresh to the table. It's had a commute.
But you gave that up in order to gain this here, and you knew
that I could eat it, throw it away, and be in bed in 10 minutes.
Right, exactly.
You know, which to me is like, that's way cooler than dealing with Sarah having a bad morning because she's had to set 5 tables and Parker didn't make it in.
I'm sorry, I'm the only waitress here today. It's like,
fuck that. Yeah, that's every IHOP.
I do feel bad for you, but also this sucks for me.
Yeah, exactly. You know. Like last night we were working. I was working till about 10 o'clock, and I said to Haley, she was up there with me. I said, "Is there any place still open at 10 o'clock at night to get food? Because we need to eat." And you know, because before it was like everything was open at 10 o'clock. Yeah. Like, I mean, Taco Bell was probably open, but it's like,
oh, they shut everything. Like Walmart isn't open 24 hours here anymore. And
oh yeah, no. Like, dude, remember when Subway used to be open until 3 in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's like 9 o'clock.
It's like everything. Like, we don't do that.
Yeah, it's like Sunday back in the 60s. It's like, or 70s. It's like,
or it's like going to Branson at any time. They shut that shit down, man. It's like 8, 9 o'clock. It is done. They are done.
Sorry. Oh God. Yeah, but okay. So food talk. I think we covered that. I thoroughly talked to that.
Yeah.
I work late tonight, so actually they just got home with my dinner, so I'm pretty excited about that. That was my DoorDash.
Yeah.
They text me and says, yes, I do. So a couple of new series have started up along with, you know, Airbender. It's cool.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. But did you watch Halo? First season of Halo when it came out?
I watched the first 2 episodes and that's it.
Okay. It wasn't doing anything for you?
It was like, I didn't mind it, but I just didn't feel the need to like,
it didn't latch on.
Yeah.
So it's season 2 is out now. And so it's like every Thursday night I'm like, oh, like it's on tonight, which
Yeah.
I won't get to watch until late Friday night, but which sucks. So been watching that. It was really excited because I was gone for that week, so I came back to 2 episodes.
Oh man.
I was like, oh, pitch me. And then the other one is the Bad Batch on Star Wars. The final season 3 is out. So, and I've been watching that a lot. Well, okay, not a lot because there's only like 5 or 6 episodes, but it's like, so I have these 2 new series that I'm super excited about because I get, there's like shit to watch.
Right.
But I have to wait every freaking week. Thoughts of using the Mustang temporary. No. I actually work on a Mustang today, and I was just like, these cars suck.
It's the mechanic's curse. It's the mechanic's curse.
No, and don't get me wrong. I totally want to put a stereo in it because it's driving me nuts now because I'm like, shit. But I just like the reality is time. It's always time. And like right now, like I am so busy. I worked just trying to get shit done, and as Sue constantly reminds me, oh, we got to finish our taxes. I'm like, I know.
Dude, I've been getting that for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because, well, I mean, it's the same situation. All the business related shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's like, we got to April 15th. Why don't I want to wait to April 15th? Like,
no, I want it done. I want it. It's like,
I do too.
I'll be gone. So
I don't want to do all the other stuff too.
I don't mind. I just sit down and I bang through it all. It's just remembering everything. So it's like it takes a couple days just because I got to remember. Oh yeah, did I check this account? Oh, that's
and it's like, where all did I purchase things from?
Yeah. Well, that's why I always try to buy stuff from like the same 5 places.
Yeah.
So that
as someone, but I thought I dedicated this last year a credit card to the Hifivega business.
Oh yeah,
it hasn't worked out as good as I thought. Like I thought I could just track it all with that, but it's like no, because there's still other shit I bought that wasn't on that card.
Oh well, yeah, there's always that, but I have like that card is integrated into a lot of things,
right?
So it makes it real easy because that's the majority. That's like 85% of it. So that makes it really simple to do. And then it's the little like the 15% of weird things that popped up here and there that I just go through and try to find. But most of it just reports to that card anyway, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's basically how I am. But there's stragglers out there that I can't always remember. Like sometimes I bought a plane ticket and I didn't do it on the card for whatever reason. I didn't do it on that card, and it's like I got to go back and figure it out. But
yeah,
I created this mess, so I get to clean it up.
Yeah. But I've streamlined pretty. Like I can get it if I have 3 nights, I'll get it done. So I have 2 PowerPoints and an amp rack to finish. So in the amp rack I have to have done by next week, first part of next week, so I can get it shipped in time. So
good times.
Yeah. I mean, it's so silly. Like I spent so much. It's like, dude, if this was a customer's amp rack, man, I could whip that shit out in no time flat. It look cool as hell. These things, I know they're just going to be nitpicked like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I will stare at it and be like, all right, I got to come up with something for this. Like, it's just
where did it mess up?
Yeah, where's this going to go? Okay, all right, well, let's do this piece here. Oh, yeah. And oh, God, it's so funny. But, whatever. That's life.
That's how it goes.
It does. All right, so let's talk about Airbender. You're on episode 4. What is going on?
Episode 4, we are with the Earthbenders, who seem to be the second badasses, which I kind of forgot.
Oh, yes.
They like the fire people are like, if we have to fight them, we will. You know what I mean? But
right.
The Earthbenders are no joke in this. And I don't remember if it was like that in the cartoon. I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
A lot. There again, a lot of like the old guy.
Yeah.
It's like, that's his old friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, then he had to fight him again.
Yeah.
you know, because he was pissed. And no, it was it. Yeah, that was cool. I forgot about that, and I had to go back and watch. Like, oh, I remember that guy.
Yeah,
The old crazy guy.
he's whatever 100 and something years old,
Yeah,
and
and they
it's
would ride around in the little
Mhm.
cars and stuff.
Yep, that old crazy ass. I'll tell you what, man. Like I've been treating this with the utmost respect. Like after the first episode, like I don't know who was talking trash about this because I've seen people online saying that it wasn't no good. Like, dude, this is every bit as good as the cartoon. Every
Yeah,
bit as
I mean, like I said, they took the cartoon, they took the
yeah.
parts that they needed, they straightened out the timeline, and they remade it.
Well, and like them
Um,
showing the battle, like I understood what you said last time, but them showing the battle right up front, it hooks you in because
yeah,
Cassie was like, "Oh, it's based on a cartoon." I don't know. I don't like fantasy stuff and all this. Let me tell you, she's all the way in. Like after the first episode, she's in. She's like, "Oh, so she's like, so Aang can use every element." I was like, "Yeah, that's what makes him the Avatar."
right.
He's
When it gets to that point, yeah,
right. Yeah, when he gets to that point, and it's like, so she's getting into all the characters, and like Sokka's pretty damn awesome in this because
hmm
he's goofy. He is a leader. He's a warrior. He's
yeah,
goofy, but he's just a really likable character.
yeah.
Katara's awesome in it, and I assume she's only going to get better with her bending skills. But I love this show so far. I am all the way in on it, and it's been great. Every episode has been great, and Aang is
Um,
not annoying at all to me.
he's a little bit of annoying, but that's how he was in the original comic. So,
Right?
um, I like to binge watch because of my schedule and not having a lot of time. So, like,
Yeah.
I set out to do the long form on this, and I tried. Like, I watched like one episode, then I watched like an episode and a half, and if fuck it,
And
and
mine's
I
just
was like,
the
oh,
opposite.
you
Like,
know, dead.
so I'll work on video and stuff during the week, so I might have an hour to watch it at night.
Yeah,
Well, then I get off work later, and I used to now, and then like if I want to golf on the weekends, I get that eats up. I'm there at 7 in the morning. I don't get back to like 3 in the afternoon.
yeah,
So it eats it all up, and now so I'm pretty much having to go episode by episode.
yeah. And there again, like Saturday night, if there's something that I can binge watch, that's the night I'll do it because
It's better if you can
yeah,
just watch like 4 episodes in a row. I mean, you're
yeah. Because
yeah.
for me, I just want to get it off my plate. Like, I just like I started watching this. It's about the Chinese or Japanese mafia, where the one son is like a nerd and never knew he was in the mafia, and so it's like the mother and the son moved to LA, and the older son and the dad stayed and ran the family business, even though the mom is in charge of the family business. For
Right.
safety reasons, they separated the two, and then the dad is like in a coma or something, so the older son has to go get the mother and the brother, and the brother, of course, is like, "What's up?" Doesn't know shit. And I don't know. I was like, "Oh, that seems like it might be fun." I started watching it on the plane, and I was like, "Okay, this is okay," but
Yeah.
I'll probably save it for why. Oh yeah, I can finish watching this. But
Yeah.
I rewatched Sicario,
Oh, with what's his name?
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to go back to that because I felt like the first go round and maybe whatever half watch on TV, there was pieces that didn't make sense, you
Yeah.
know. Um, it was like "Man, there's something I'm missing something out of this," and so I wanted I could focus because it's the only thing you can do when you're on the plane. Um, so I watched that again, and I don't know if I got any more out of it than I was hoping, but I it was easier to follow the story and kind of try to pick out the pieces that were missing, and it kind of made a little bit more sense. I was like, okay, this. I mean, I always thought it was a good movie, but then looking deeper into it, I was like, now I know what they were doing.
Yeah.
You kind of get it.
I think I've only seen it once.
Yeah, and there again, it's a great movie just to watch once and not think much of it. But then everyone always hypes the shit out of it, and you're like, okay, what did I miss? It was okay. Like, it wasn't great. Josh Brolin was kind of a dick, and like there was really nothing going on. But you know, that's definitely like, oh, okay, that's we'll get, yeah.
I'm kind of like that with like Wolf of Wall Street. I just when that movie's on, I just it's a good time. It's like a good time, and it's crazy as hell. And
yeah, I hated that movie.
Did you really?
Did nothing for me.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that was when we watched. I was just like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
You know, and there again, it wasn't dumb. It was a great movie. It had good stuff. It just didn't.
It wasn't for you.
No, and there again, I think the other problem was the hype. You know, everyone's like, Wall Street's so amazing, and I hyper watched it. Like I was like focused on what is going on, what is happening, and I just didn't get to enjoy the movie because I was like, I have to be able to like understand all these references for the movie, and it's like,
and I think a lot of people got Chappelle Show killed for them like that because they never watched it, they heard the hype, and then it's like, then they see it and they're like, oh well, this is kind of offensive. It's like, yeah, it's supposed to be.
Well, in there again, I don't. Yes, not everyone can appreciate Chappelle humor.
Right, yeah.
You know, because it's not, you know, Chappelle's humor is, I'm going to tell you a story.
Yeah.
It's somewhere along the way you're probably going to laugh. You know, but it might take you a minute before we get there. So just be patient. Just kind of work with me a bit, and we'll get there. You know, and you're like, I don't want to get there. I want to be there, you know. So yeah, it's kind of strange.
Finally tried to watch the new Wonka movie. Cringy, didn't even finish it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I didn't mind it. It is a musical though. That I did not know going in.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like it's way more musical than the first one. That's probably the only part I really didn't like. But what's his name? Timothy Chalamet. I thought he did as a young. I think it was more true to the first movie than, like, I hated the Johnny Depp one. Absolutely hated the Johnny Depp one.
Okay.
But I think this is more true to the Gene Wilder character.
Wow, Haley's totally trying to set up the next movie for the next show. Damn, man.
Roasted.
Wow, I was just checking when I had a chance. Jesus, I didn't want to hold the phone like this. Man, wow, that's so rude. Anyways, Johnny Depp.
Yeah, the Johnny Depp one's terrible.
Yeah.
The Timothy Chalamet, you can see the connection between the two.
So where's that one at? Where can you watch it at?
Pretty sure we streamed it.
Yeah. I wonder if it's on like HBO or something.
Maybe.
Huh.
You know you got roasted too hard when chat's coming to your defense. Usually they're all in on it.
Yeah. Like,
man.
Yeah. It's like straight up boring life, man. HBO Max. Thank you.
There you go.
I don't know if I'll watch it, but I'll definitely probably try.
Just know going in, it is a musical. That's the part that got me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple parts I want to see. Like Willy Wonka was always a musical because I mean the Oompa Loompas would always sing. Right. You know, I don't really. And then he would sing too. Like
yeah.
The Gene Wilder version of it, there was a lot of singing involved in it. They're all musicals.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, but it was just more than what I thought. It was more.
Was Johnny Depp's a musical?
No,
I don't remember him singing.
His was just weird.
Yeah, his
and the Oompa Loompas were like a death cult type situation, which the first original movie they kind of are, but it's lighthearted more. Like, oh,
he saved them from the whatever the monster was that was eating them.
Right. Right.
and moved them all there.
Which the guy that plays the Oompa Loompa in the two movies, great.
Yeah.
He freaking kills it. Yeah.
Well, and that's why I wanted to see it because I like
Yeah.
him. You know,
he kills it, man. As the little Oompa Loompa, and they have the size right, and yeah, it's great. Yeah, that part's great.
right? And that was, yeah.
Yeah, this is what's wrong with you guys. I think you like the Johnny Depp one. That's what happened.
Who? I didn't have any problems with the Johnny Depp one.
Yeah.
But I just, I mean, I watched the Gene Wilder one for like a million times when I was a kid because it was on all the time, you know, and like it was a big thing.
Yeah, I think I agree with this.
Yes, he definitely had that Michael Jackson thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, which is fine. I mean, there again, you know, the musical they got me on was Into the Woods, which it doesn't even matter. Some will know.
I know I've seen it, but I can't.
It's horrible. It should have never happened. But they got me on that one Christmas when we used to go to the movies for Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas Day, and they were like, "Yeah, let's go see this." And we went. It was a freaking musical. Yeah, I was like, this was so horrible.
Dude, we got screwed. We usually watch a movie on Christmas Day every single day, but my sister put her freaking and Christmas landed where we had to go to work the next day.
Yeah.
So she put it at like 3 in the afternoon. It's like, dude, you ruined the whole day. You ruined the whole day.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't. Now we just usually end up at somebody's house, and which, you know, it's way fun. You know, some reason to, because, you know, it was usually because all the shit was done by then, and let's go watch a movie, and then everyone decided to, hey, let's go watch a movie. Yeah, I don't buy that for a minute. I was totally set up. And then I tried to fall asleep in it, and she kept waking me up, and I was like, I'm going to kill you.
I feel like Haley just gaslights you all the time anyway, so you never know.
Oh, I mean, it's who's gaslighting who is usually how the conversation goes.
Yeah.
You know, are you gaslighting me, bro?
Dude, that's why I had to, like, Cassie would, now she's not doing this on purpose.
Dude, I just want you to know she just hysterically laughed from the living room. I can hear it.
She's gaslighting you. That's why.
Oh, yeah, she's totally gaslighting because she knows it's true.
But Cassie will, like, she just has the way she remembers it is not always accurate. Oh, she remembers it the way she wants to remember it, and it's like it's 75% true, but the details she left out make me look like the bad guy. And I'm like, so it was probably 8 or 9 years ago. I decided not anymore. Anytime we get in a situation like this, I'm committing it to memory so that I know exactly what happened, and I can tell you the time of day it was, what day it was.
Yeah, you almost got to pull out your phone with your notes and go, all right, let's look at this.
She still gets me sometimes, but now she thinks I'm gaslighting her. So that might be the ultimate
gaslighting is even a word. It's like
right. I was also wondering where that. So we know that they had gaslights back in the day.
And I don't think that has anything to do with that.
But I think that because I was doing a little bit of research, it's something with the gas that they were using to do the lanterns were making people crazy when they first did it. And that's kind of where the nomenclature came from. But I did, because I was just, one day I was thinking, like, where did, obviously they had gas lights. Is this where it came from?
More things that Gen Z came up with.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, no. Definitely my generation is best. Fuck everything. That's basically it. I mean, that's just, yeah. I mean, it's the truth. It's like, don't bother me. Leave me alone. You suck. You know.
Baba looked it up.
Yeah, from Google. Yeah. I mean, that's what you do, right?
Yeah.
Manipulation at its best.
Well, see, that's what I'm telling you. Like, Cassie pulled the ultimate gaslighting move because I started committing it to memory because I felt like I was getting gaslit. Now she's saying that I have the fake memory.
Well, yeah. So you guys, what is that? what is that? What is that term that they use for the Mandela effect?
Yes, the Mandela thing.
Yeah, yeah. And you're like,
Uh,
so it's not gaslighting anymore. It's the Mandela effect. You're remembering it
right.
wrong. It's
Well,
like
didn't I just talk about? I watched the Mandela Effect movie not too long ago.
probably.
Yeah, yeah.
I
That
mean,
was in another timeline. That happened in another timeline. The description
so
allowed 200 characters in chat. Thanks for trying, Baba.
um, so I was listening to the BBC the other day. They were talking about this guy just wrote a book, and I had to laugh because it's called the super communicators. So apparently there's a part of society that are people that are what's classified as super communicators. And so they're going over like what is the definition of a super communicator. And I was like, "Oh shit." Because I don't know why, but when I interact with people for an extended period of time, people will open up to me and tell me things that they don't normally tell other people.
Yeah.
And it's just because I make people comfortable and I can relate, and it's just normal conversation, but that's an anomaly. And I've always just laughed about it because like it's so weird, like the things that people will tell me,
Yeah.
and they I'm not going to repeat any of it because I guess they trust me to keep it a secret. But it's not like a politician. Most politicians are not super communicators because they don't have the quality of this. But it's like, when you go to a party and everyone's over there arguing and there's somebody in the room that's really not involved in the chat, and you just kind of look at them and you strike up a conversation with that person and you talk about other things, and eventually, you might work your way back to the conversation. But there are these just oddball people that make you feel comfortable, and you feel free to open up to them, and they have, yeah, it's so weird. Mean Girls or Wonka? Neither. Actually, next week we should watch Damsel.
Damsel.
It has Millie Bobby Brown
I like her.
as damsel in distress.
Hmm.
So she gets dropped into a cave with a dragon.
I'm down.
Has like Glenn Close in it, and yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown has
So
been.
Angela Bassett.
She was good in the like the what they call her, something Holmes.
Oh, Enola Holmes.
Enola Holmes, yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. Halo season 2 has been amazing. It has. I've been watching it. It's tonight. I know. I won't get to watch it till tomorrow. Lame.
They have a new Mean Girls out. They have a new Mean Girls out, a series.
Yes, I know. I
haven't watched it. No. Although I do like the first movie.
So I said to her, I said, "Ooh, should we watch?" You won't like it. It's a musical. I go,
is it a musical?
Apparently, it's a musical.
Really? Did I tell you about the musical I got trapped in over the weekend?
This past weekend?
Yes.
No.
Oh, yeah, because, we didn't have the show. Dude, I got trapped in a musical. We got 2 minutes to explain what happened.
Explain.
So Cassie's like, hey, they're doing a 9 to 5 musical, the Dolly Parton one. It's based off the Broadway musical. Well, Dolly Parton 9 to 5, which is a musical.
Yep, no, saw it.
I was like, yeah, great. That was funny when I seen it, when I was still a kid.
30 years ago.
Yeah, so, let's go see it. We go see it. The first hour is great. Like, the actors are doing a good job and everything. Really? Now, the key thing is I said the first hour, right? This thing was 3 hours long. It was at the college Bailey graduated from, UFIS. They got small little seats where no leg room.
Dude, that big guy approved.
I was like, dude, I mean, the seat, like, I could sit on fine, but my knees are up in the other seat. And I'm just like, if I'd known this was 3 hours, I would not have come. I'm not a musical guy to begin with.
Right.
I like a play. I'm down for a play. I want to go see a play. Those are fun. Musicals, I'm not really into, but I will go see them, just to spend time with the girls.
Right.
That's what this was. And it was literally 3 hours long. And
so you sat through all 3 hours?
Yes. Because I didn't drive myself.
Oh no, I'm fine with that, but I don't know if I could.
Dude, they had a lobby with like some nice couches. 100%. I thought about it many times. Like, you know what?
Mm.
I just go lay in there, play on my phone till they get done.
Yeah, that's where
If
I'm
that
at.
never happens again, that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm bailing out, dude, because
I would have bailed. There
I
would
was
have been
held
no choice on the bail.
hostage. I was held hostage.
Or I would just fall asleep. I will fall asleep. When we go on cruising and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna watch the show tonight," I say, "Hell yeah, we are."
Yeah.
5 minutes in, I am out. I am out cold, and that's the only sleep. That's the only sleep I get on the cruise. It's fabulous, you know. And I'll try to stay awake for some of it. Like Aladdin was really good, and I think I got like 80% of that.
Yeah.
It was really good.
We're going on a cruise in July the 4th. So.
No, man, dude, there's no singing in the
Yeah,
singing.
no thanks. No, they tried, dude. I had to bail out on Hamilton. They were watching it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, people talked about this a lot." And I started watching. I was like, "No, thanks, no
I
thanks."
don't do anything else with this. Maybe if I need to take a nap.
Yeah. Well, it's like I love history, so I was like, "Oh yeah, a musical about
history."
No, it's
no, it's
like
terrible.
they hit the general themes of history of the things that happen, but
it's terrible. That's so wrong.
No, did not
like that shit.
10 out of 10. Do not recommend.
No, definitely. All right, guys, we got a movie. We're gonna watch Damsel this weekend. See what we think of that. Millie Bobby Brown, what a dumbass name she's got. Yeah, writing that down.
I'm writing it down. Otherwise, I have to look up the show. I have to go back to the end of the show and
yeah. So we'll watch that this weekend. That's your homework assignment. We'll see how that turns out. I will be watching Halo and Bad Batch because why would I not?
And I will be finishing Avatar.
Yes. But that's it, guys. Thank you much for tuning in and eat your vegetables.
Yes. Except Brussels sprouts. They're
those could die.